Okie dokie. Next problem is it's a trinomial, but essentially what we're doing is we're factoring it again. So this time around, it's kind of harder to explain if you don't just inherently understand factoring. It's going to be an x plus or minus a number times x plus or minus a number. So what we need to do is we need to find what adds to be 3 but multiplies to be 18. So we already know that there's going to be an x there, close parentheses, open parentheses, and there's an x there. So what adds to be negative 3 but multiplies to be negative 18? So a lot of the times we need to remember of our sign rules. So a positive times a positive will always be a positive. A negative times a negative will always be a positive. A negative times a positive will always be a negative. So because we have a negative number here added, so when we're adding something together, we have a negative number there. We have a negative number here. This is the multiplication. So that means one of these is a positive and one of these is a negative. First thing you should do is look at that last number without a variable in it. It's an 18, a negative 18. So one will be a positive, one will be a negative. Now, what adds up to be negative 3? We can go over a bunch of different combinations, right? We have a 7 and a 4, negative 7 plus a 4. We have negative 9 plus 6, but none of these add up to be or multiply to be negative 18. So I'll just do it for you. It's negative or it's positive. We'll do it so it makes sense. Big number first, minus positive. So it's negative 6 plus 3. And the reason being is you have negative 6 plus 3 is in fact just 6 minus 3. If we factored out that negative there, which is just more advanced algebra, but if you factored out the negative, it would turn that 6 to a positive and switch this plus sign to a negative. So that would become 6 minus 3. So, but because it's a negative, the answer is going to be negative. Excuse me. So we have negative 6 plus 3 is equal to negative 3. Boom. Negative 3. Now, to get negative 18, 18 divided by 3 is 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Easy day. Now, if both of these have been positive, this would have been a regular old positive 18. If both of these have been negative, this would have been a regular old positive 18. But because we have a negative 6 and a positive 3, which adds up to be negative 3, we have negative 6 times 3, that equals a negative number, 18. So, your answer is going to be a pair of factors. And not an ordered pair, that's for graphs, but it'll be x minus 6, x plus 3. That is going to be your answer for any factoring problem that looks like this. It may look stupid because usually whenever you're given a math problem before you get into variables, it's usually just a whole number, a constant, an integer. An integer. You want to have inherently in your mind, you're like, man, I just give me a whole number, a negative 3. I don't want none of this variable stuff like this parentheses and all this garbage. Math gets more complicated. So this is going to be your answer.